What if I told you that most of your thoughts are not yours? They stem from childhood. They stem from the people around you, your family, your friends, strangers, social media. How many times have we took on an opinion and norms and then values and things we believe in just because someone else told us so? What I'm getting at is that most of the time we don't even have our own opinions about things. We don't even have ideologies that we truly believe in. Recall the last time you went in an argument and what your opinions were about an argument. And did you ask yourself, could I have been wrong in that argument? Probably the answer is no. And it's way easier for us to live in a world where we don't question ourselves, we don't question our opinions about situations, we don't question our honesty, our behaviors, our traits, how our impact on other people's lives, our careers. We don't question ourselves. And when you don't question yourself, it's way easier, obviously, to live in ignorance. And you've heard the quote, ignorance is bliss. It's way easier to not face these situations because it's just hard. And our brains are wired to be comfortable. Our human biology doesn't want us to seek uncomfortableness and situations like this. So yeah, one of the things you can do to battle this is seek being uncomfortable, putting yourselves into cold showers, putting yourself working more than you have to. Just being uncomfortable and getting used to the feeling is already a step. So the reason why you might feel stuck and the reason you might keep going back to your normal behaviors is because of your subconscious mind. That subconscious mind is way bigger than your rational conscious mind. 95% of our thoughts are subconscious thoughts. Our thoughts that our brain programs and reassesses and fills in the dots and blanks about things that we don't even know about and makes assumptions about beliefs on a daily basis. The way it goes is our thoughts convert to our feelings, convert to our actions. This is where our thoughts are automatic most of the time. We don't even question ourselves. Have you ever caught yourself like being outside and be like, why would I just think that? Like, even if you're like judging someone, you'd be like, why would I just think that? Why would I just do that? And people don't get into the deep-rooted analysis of yourself. People don't analyze themselves enough. And it's better to overthink yourself than underthink yourself. So the thought patterns that we have, they tell us so much about ourselves. And let me tell you, the good news is that you can change this. You can change your thoughts. You can change your subconscious mind. But this takes time. This is a cheesy quote, but Rome was not built in a day. When you change your actions, you change your thoughts. Your habits are basically you. So when you change, so first of all, write down a list of habits that you currently do and be so completely honest with yourself, and write down a list of habits that you want to be doing and compare the two. Compare the person you want to be to the person you are. I do want to get into the importance of environment. Your environment essentially is you. If you're with a group of people who constantly smoke, who constantly indulge themselves in like bad behaviors, self-harming behaviors, then over time, obviously for person to person is going to be different, but if you stick with them long enough, if you don't leave them, then you're going to be one of them. Same with in a successful environment. It's way easier for yourself to succeed if you're around people who praise your accomplishments and look at you and be like, yeah, and help you along the way. Way easier. So it is still in your hands. Don't blame your environment on this. It's still in your hands, and you are in control about most of the things you do on a daily basis. Build your environment and control who you surround yourself with and what you indulge in and what you put your time in. I want to go into put your time in because this is also social media. Putting your time on effortless scrolling, news that don't even matter to you, and even reading news. I don't even read the news. If it's important enough, it will find a way to get to me. But if you are afraid of change, if you're afraid of putting yourself out there, it could be because you're scared of the unknown. It could be because you're so used to living your own life and you're comfortable. It could be because you're confused about something. What I'm saying is, to all actions, there's a deep-rooted thought that you probably have not analyzed. And you can Google this up. You can Google your behaviors and the analysis behind it and then analyze yourself. You have to be so completely honest with yourself about why you're stopping yourself from reaching point B from point A. You are the problem. You're the problem, but you just have to find the root of the problem and work on this. So let me get into the things you can start off by doing. Simply changing your diet, your sleep, and your nutrition is the building blocks, the foundation, the core of where you have to be going. Having a healthy mind allows you to think more clearly. Having a healthy body makes you more confident. And I do want to get into I'll film a video next time about confidence and the importance of confidence on yourself. The primary blocks, the foundation blocks are important. And these actions that you implement every single day, for example, diet, putting good things into your body. So for example, decreasing your carb intake, where carbs, they get broken down into glucose and they increase your insulin levels, and it makes you feel more tired, it makes you feel drowsy, and this itself can have an impact on your mentality, and it makes you look at things more differently. You subconsciously think worse, and you do less, and you're less productive. And then when you're less productive and things like this, you feel worse about yourself. And then the next day you live in regret. And this ongoing cycle of I'm not good enough, I don't want to do this, and the thoughts that have stemmed from childhood can only be broken by the actions you do every single day. And at first, it's going to be difficult. At first, it's going to be uncomfortable, and you should be seeking to be uncomfortable. To go to bed every single day believing you made a step forward in some way of your life. If you're the type of person to be overwhelmed when you do reach a certain point in your life, or you just feel overwhelmed about situations, so you end up doing nothing. Basically, I think it's called analysis paralysis, where, oh no, that's where you analyze it too much. But where you feel like there's just too many options, there's too many choices, and I have so much to do, the best way to do is take it step by step. Look at it as a ladder. Taking each step. So for example, if you have a whole house to clean, your house is extremely dirty, take it step by step. Small habits compound over each other. Small behaviors compound over each other. It's about being consistent. It's about being consistent with the actions that you want to be doing as the person X that you desire to be, and consistently doing them every single day. This is where it's going to get you. Not any of the short-term change of, oh, if I do this for one day, it's not going to make an impact. What's going to make an impact is your thought behaviors, your thought patterns. And when you proceed to do actions that you put yourself in that are uncomfortable at, gradually, over time, your thoughts will change. The whole idea of sabotaging yourself, it is based in your subconscious mind. So little of our mind is so rational about things and actually thinks about things on a daily basis and questions and stuff. So you have to train yourself to also think more and have your own opinions about things. Sounds crazy, but what I would do if I was where I would think that I would not be thinking enough and I'd be not analyzing enough, where I was in situations, I would force myself to have debates with myself. In my mind, I would just verbalize, and then I would speak to myself about feelings and about topics that I was interested at. And that helped me develop more thoughts, and that helped me develop more rational brain thinking and my opinions on topics. So hopefully you guys learned something today, and if you have any different points of views or things you can relate on, or any more tips for people, please do comment down below.